Hello YouTube. Welcome back to Bald Man Building an Airplane. This is wing spar video number 10, and this is the last of the wing spar videos. So here we're going to be doing the deep countersinking that's required for the fuel tank attach, the deep countersinking that's required for the the lower access panel attach as well. So this is where you're using the oh, and all the other countersinking. So this is just a massive countersinking video. So you for the fuel tank attach and for the bracket and for the access panels, you use the nut plates that you had attached before as the pilot hole for the countersink, and you go pretty deep. Oh, apparently didn't put nut plates on these attach bracket or attach inspection panels. That's okay. So we'll put the nut plates on those, then we'll countersink using those nut plates. And then it's going to be the rest of the spar countersinking, because you can see the rest of them aren't. I don't remember if the instructions specifically called out to do it this way. They might have. They probably do, because basically once you do all of these non-standard countersinks, you then just go back and countersink every single hole in the spar or in the flange of the spar that's not yet countersunk. So because they have to accept, so we're putting countersinks in at first for all of the dimples that were for screws. So number 8 screws on fuel tank, number 8 screws on the access panels, the inspection panels, whatever you want to call them. And then everything else that doesn't already have rivet in it, because we put a nut plate in them, gets countersunk for a skin. So once the non-standard ones are done, you just go back and do all the standard ones. And have a beer and sit on your computer. Coffee. Not really sure what I was even looking at, because this is a pretty simplistic process. Maybe I was ordering a new countersink cutter or something, because after all of these countersinks, it might have gotten a little bit dull. The end of them, we were talking about this on the Slack group too. The last holes on, I think it's on the outboard edge, the cutter, or rather the cage, can tip over, so you got to be a little bit more careful on that one to not let the cage tip over, and then it'll over countersink them, go too deep. So you got to watch that. I don't know what. Oh, I put that up so I didn't prime the camera or something. I don't know. Yeah, because that was the, okay, you've countersunk all these holes, now spray some primer on them so that way they're somewhat protected. These are just, looks like, I think, this is just putting the doublers together that they don't put together for you. And then there might be some nut plates over there. Yeah, some nut plates that we've got to put on. Generally this section 13, where you're doing the spar or preparing the spar for work, is scary because you're cutting into this expensive piece, but at the end of the day it's a relatively simple process, and I can see why Vans would have it as the first thing you'd do in the wing kit. Alright, so here we go. We're just prepping the bell crank attach bracket and the autopilot servo attach bracket. So get those on, torque them down, mark them with some torque seal once they're torqued in, and then the spar will be ready to receive its trailing edge ribs. We'll get to that pretty soon. Gonna finish up the fuel tanks first though. So see you later. Thanks for stopping by.